Hello, lovely people. Welcome to another session of House Church Service from Present Faith Ministry. My name is Mrs. Kodiamponsa and I'm your host. So today we'll be finding out the views of some church members on today's message. Don't forget we are still on the topic, the burden of service unto God. Stay tuned. My name is Mrs. Kodiamponsa and you are?
I'm Emmanuel Akomdo.
My name is Phoebe.
Brother Joseph Nati.
I'm Adum Wansa.
Thank you so much for being here. So, Mr. Emmanuel, how was church service today?
It's been a blessing coming to church today. I have learned a lot. One of the key things that stood out for me was in the olden days, what happens is that once there are sacrifices on the altar, at the end of the day, the Levites will come and clean it before the next day's offering. In our current dispensation, the altar is our hearts. And that makes it a bit more dangerous because it's our hearts. So we have to make sure that that heart is purified and is clean on a daily basis. Because that's the only way that the sacrifices that we make unto God continually will be accepted. So for me, I think that was my biggest takeaway from the service today.
That's wonderful. Our hearts is the altar to God. How was church service today?
I'm so impressed because if you have the motive of coming to the presence of God and you prepare your heart that you are coming to be blessed, then indeed the word that will come, if you go by it, you'll be surely blessed. Today's message I've learned something concerning the time. When Pastor was introducing us to time, I observed that when the apostles believed that God works in time, when they were moving to the temple at that time to go and pray, because they believe in time, miracle took place where even they have not entered into the temple. Because the man who was sick, or the man who was born from his mother's womb, the lame man, the cripple, always lie at the door or the gate at the temple. But when these believers believe themselves that God works in time, when they were going and they saw that lame man, because they believe God can do miracle in any other form, that miracle of healing even took place before even they enter into the temple.
Okay, Mama, how was church service today?
Church service today was awesome. I was so blessed for coming. And what I also learned from it today is the word of God says, as the preacher was preaching, he says, the sacrifices that they do in olden days, our time is in our hearts. And he's talking about our hearts. If we have grudges against one another, we have pain, someone has hurt you, and you come to the presence of God, your prayer will not be answered. So it's always good as a Christian, before you come to the presence of God, you have to ask for cleansing of hearts, forgiveness of sin, and when someone also has done something against you, you tell the one, or you try as much as possible to forgive the one, else your prayers will not be answered. So this is what I also learned today.
That's so wonderful.
Church service was fun. I learned a lot of things.
So what did you learn?
I learned that Zachariah was very old but still believed in God. And I also learned that Zachariah and his wife wanted to have a child. Then God sent an angel to Zachariah and said, Zachariah, Elizabeth will give birth to a baby boy and his name will be John the Baptist.
And his name will be John the Baptist. Wow. So what do you have to tell our viewers?
I only tell them that now we are living in precious time, and the time that we need to spend with God, material things take a lot of it. So when we have the opportunity to come to God, let us make it, and it will be a blessing to us.
It will surely be a blessing to us. Thank you so much for your time. What do you have to tell our viewers?
I would will tell them that whatever they want to do in life, they should pray to God to help them. They should believe in God, and God will do it for them.
Thank you so much for your time. Okay, so what do you have to tell our viewers?
I want to tell our viewers that Christianity is a practical way of life. You have to accept the word of God as it is. If the word of God says forgive, forgive. If he says pray, pray. Whatever he tells you to do, you do it. And by so doing, you can make the heaven. So they should stick to the word of God and give their life to Christ if they have not.
That's great. Give your life to Christ if you haven't. Thank you so much for your time. As Christians, we should know that our hearts is an altar to God, and as such, we should make sure it's always clean. Thank you so much for joining us on today's session of House Church Service from Present Faith Ministry. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media handles at Present Faith Ministry. Thank you and stay blessed.